Hey guys, it's Joe, and in this video I'll be showing you how to create a rhythmic gated reverb effect. This is quite a common technique that's used, but it sounds great to highlight a section of your song, and it sounds like this. So we're using these hi-hats as a source to cut out reverb using a noise gate. The hi-hats need to exceed the threshold on our noise gate for the reverb to actually come in, which creates this cool complementary rhythm. I'll backtrack a few steps to show you how I've actually set this up. I've just created a basic stab chord setting here with a few chords on there, so it's really sparse. I've then assigned a bus to that with some reverb on it and then put a noise gate underneath that. For the reverb for this, I've gone for a very large reverb, and this should really reflect what you're using on your channel. So as I said, as these chords are very sparse, I've used a big reverb. If you're using a more consistent sound, you'd use a much shorter reverb, maybe between 1.5 and 2.5 seconds for it. Once you're happy with your reverb, apply your noise gate. I'll just turn this one off and put a new one on under Dynamics, and then noise gate just at the bottom here. Next, you want to sidechain it to whatever you want to be cutting out the reverb. In this case, it's my hi-hats, which is under Audio here. Next, it's a case of tweaking to suit what you want, and here's just what it sounds like as the default setting. So it's not quite as consistent and clean as I'd like, so we need to adjust the threshold here. The threshold here is just a bit too low, so I'm just going to start to bring it up so we get those nice clean cuts from it. That's sounding like quite a good spot, but I'm just going to demonstrate what it will sound like if you keep raising the threshold and how that will affect our reverb. As the hi-hats aren't going over the threshold, it's therefore not letting any of that reverb through. If you want to change how sudden or snappy the reverb is, adjust the hold and the release. A shorter hold means it will drop out faster, and the release here is essentially acting as a little fade, so keep that nice and short too. Once the hi-hats have exceeded the threshold, the hold will determine how long the reverb is going to come through for, and the release will be how long the fade is for it to drop out again. So the longer the hold, the more reverb that will come through. Until the point where it's basically constantly open because the hold is so long. That's why it's good to have a slightly shorter hold, because that's what gives it the rhythm. And similarly for the release. If it's too long, then it's not going to be cutting out fully, and you'll lose that rhythm, which kind of defeats the whole point of using this method. Between 10 and 20 milliseconds is quite good for the release, and for the hold, usually between 50 and 100 milliseconds is good. I tend to use 70, as that's quite a good middle ground. This will of course depend on what you're actually sidechaining it to, just to bear in mind. You can also experiment with the attack setting on here so it's a bit longer, so it comes in after the actual sidechain signal, which can create some interesting sounds. This effect is really cool to use in a track to make some sections more interesting and add an enhanced sense of rhythm and feeling to it. It works great on any lead or chordal sound like guitars, vocals, keys, or even piano. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment or contact me via my website. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers.